Hi, and welcome to the SaaSOps show, the sassy show about SaaS and operations and everything together. You know my sassy colleague, Justine, already. And
Hi.
we are joined today by Julia Floreak from BetterCloud's product team. I don't know whether she's sassy or not, but she's
Well, thanks
here
for
with
having
us.
me, Brian. I guess we'll find out.
Julia's joining us today to talk about the new workflow templates that have been launched in BetterCloud. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, who are you even?
So my name is Julia Floreak, as Brian said. I'm a product manager at BetterCloud. I've been with BetterCloud for big anniversary, 3 years this month, which has been really exciting. I've seen a lot, we've done a lot, and really we've developed a lot of stuff in the platform, including templates. So, my role at BetterCloud in product management is that I oversee our platform. So how I describe that is that every interaction that a customer has after they log into BetterCloud, that's really something that my team is either supporting or maintaining or is actually actively developing on. So at any given time, I'm working with software developers to make sure that we have all these cool new features available for our customers and for the SaaSOps community. But at other times, it could be trying to look into my crystal ball to try and figure out what's coming next in the future. So pivoting a lot during the day-to-day, but product management is fun in that way.
Julia, have you picked up any quarantine hobbies?
I got a puppy. His name is Winston. He's a little English guy.
Though I would like to talk about dogs for the rest of the episode, and perhaps we'll have an episode also devoted just to dogs, we are here to talk about templates today. Templates sound nice. Templates make people's life easier. Can you tell us a little bit about what that actually means and what's the intention behind them, and how long has your team been working on this stuff?
Yeah, so making life easier is a great way to tee it up, because we found really this problem where our workflows and automation platform within BetterCloud is really powerful. You can do so much with it. You can connect all of your different SaaS applications to BetterCloud and really have these streamlined processes that are doing all of the manual tasks and a lot of the responsibilities of IT, some of the more redundant stuff off of your plates. But the problem is there's almost too many options. And so our customers were coming to us and saying, well, what should I do? How do I set these up? And not only that, but we wanted to make it way easier to become a BetterCloud customer. Whenever you get onboarded, now all of a sudden you have all of these out-of-the-box use cases that are ready for you to set up. And we've actually seen that it's reduced the amount of time to set up workflows from an hour to 2 hours down to as fast as 10 minutes if it's straightforward enough for you. So some really great success with that. And it covers a lot of the different use cases under the SaaSOps umbrella, everything from user lifecycle management through least privileged access, all in what you can do with workflows across all of our supported apps.
You don't want everybody working from home and having access to all the stuff that you don't think that they should have access to.
That's right. We have definitely seen that has been something that's more important than ever right now to keep an eye on, as you might not have that kind of face-to-face interaction or maybe that direct oversight that you used to have in the office. You need digital ways to keep track of your employees. It's just inevitable.
I wish templates were a thing when I first started using the product. Sounds like it really enables people to dive right in and immediately start using it and not have to have this whole ramp up period that they might have had to before.
I love that you said that, because we've actually heard that from a lot of our current customers that have been with us a while. Where was this whenever I came on board? This is great. But, we continue to expand on the use cases that we support in there. And so another thing that I'm encouraging our customers in the community to take a look at is that even if you already maybe have an offboarding workflow set up, or even if you already have maybe some of our least privileged access use cases set up, just to take a second look at it and make sure that you're truly automating everything, all of the possibilities with BetterCloud, because there could be different ideas that you get by just checking out this experience. And also, as our customers are connecting more applications, we keep releasing all of these new integrations. Whenever you have those on the platform, coming into the workflow templates, we pull all of those in. So instead of trying to figure out before you connect something what it's going to do for you, you can connect it and then come into templates and just not only see what it will do, but you could set it up right there.
Brian and I would love to get a peek at these templates and really digest what they mean for us.
I was hoping that you would ask, and I've had my screen share just ready to go. So boom,
Just
we're there.
Finger on the button, we're in the screen share.
So this is our new templates experience. You'll find workflow templates under the workflows section of the left nav. And whenever you come on board, not only do we have all of our templates segmented out by the different SaaSOps category that they align to, like user lifecycle management, application configuration, insider threat, and least privileged access, as well as file security. At the top, we have a few recommended templates that we also encourage all of our customers to take a look at.
What's your favorite thing? What should we start with? I'm a new BetterClouder person. What access should I be giving or taking away?
So I will say our offboarding template is pretty built out. Look at all of these integrations that we support here and all of the different things that you can do. So if you take a look, we have everything from all the different ways that we can remove devices, all categorized, all of these transfer ownership, so transferring data from one person to another when a user leaves, removing users from their groups, and then I'm going to do a really fast scroll, boom, all the way to the bottom. And you can also not only delete all of the accounts, but you can put in a wait for duration period right here before you actually do that, so that way you don't jump to that too soon. We definitely hear that you want to keep accounts for a period of time, whether that's our default 3 days, or maybe that's longer for you, like a 30, 60, 90 day, up to 120 days. You can have this wait before you actually go out and delete your accounts. Not only that, you can add in a wait for approval here too, to make sure that you're okay with deleting an account before it just fires off in your automation. So lots of power here.
So these are, and this is all really like manual things that somebody like me or Justine would have had to been doing before, sitting and clicking, and then, me forgetting about one of them or clicking the wrong button, or then accidentally offboarding our CEO or something.
You would be shocked on the number of Excel spreadsheets that our customers have sent to us. That is how they keep track of their offboarding. So they will have this built out in some type of macro, and then all just go in and enter an X or something once they go out and log out the user. So not only do you have to make sure that you would be going and having a human go do that, but now you have to keep track of it whenever you're audited, and your auditors are like, hey, prove to me that you actually successfully offboarded your users. And you're like, oh man, well, here's my spreadsheet. Now with BetterCloud, you not only will automate that, but you have all the audit logs that prove that you did it too.
Well, that's really nice too, right? Because you have it in one place versus having to go to, if you want to prove that you did something, having to go into all of those different applications and find and pull that stuff can be a bit of a challenge, because some applications provide good audit logging, some provide terrible audit logging, and some just a waste of time to try and find that in all the different ones. We run into that a lot. So
if we go back into the templates experience here, we also have this big one, which has been around creating users. So it seems simple, right? You're just creating accounts, but look at all of the applications that you can do that for in just one time. So you set it up one time, you create one account and one application, and then all of a sudden you're creating accounts across all of your applications, even including Salesforce, which is, I've heard, can be kind of a tough one to get, and especially to automate.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different things to check off, and there's groups, there's roles, there's all sorts of stuff in Salesforce. So I can definitely see the value in this.
And you asked me earlier how long we've been working on this. I mean, it took us over a year just to get the offboarding template implemented. So we spent a lot of time making sure that we had the infrastructure in place. We had this offboarding template that was going to be ready, completely backed out, ready to use. And then after that, we've been releasing new templates every month. And I think since the last time I checked, we're now up to 32 templates over the span of 4 months, which has been really wonderful.
I see that there's, not only is there an offboarding employees template, but there's also a furloughing employees template. And not only is that there, but there's also a rehire furloughed employees template, which I would love to hear you talk a little bit about that. I unfortunately, with the world how it is, this is a big use case for companies out there, but I imagine that being able to go through this process, but then be able to rehire people, which is really exciting, and just automatically undo that would be a really huge win for people.
Yeah, this was an interesting one for sure, because we actually had customers coming to us saying, I've never done this. How do I furlough an employee? Not only have I never done it, I never thought I would have to do it, and I hope I never have to do it again. So we did focus energy and time on one of our first releases after we did offboarding to make sure that we could help our customers asking us about how they get through this hard time. So the furloughing process to us, really focuses on access, making sure that that their users no longer have access to systems, that they can't log in, but not actually doing anything data destructive. So all of the data destructive activities we put in the offboard process, such as even removing users from groups sometimes, that can be data destructive. Being a part of that group means that you might be actually like taking different data away from them that they should have and that you can't get back, like maybe a shared folder or something. And so we left all of those activities in our offboarding process. And then, we have both routes back, because furloughing is a temporary process. So whenever it's the market bounces back and companies kind of get a better handle on who they can bring back, we have this onboarding, this rehire, which is getting them back into their systems, getting them their login credentials all back up and running. And then ultimately, if they do have to go and offboard that employee, it does take care of the rest of those data destructive activities.
So this is a really good, that's a good point, right? Like it's something that people haven't done before, and it's trickier. It's like that kind of awkward gray middle ground where you're not actually you care what you want to prevent access, but you also care about keeping that data going forward.
That's right. You can't get rid of it. If you get rid of it, then man, coming back is going to be really a tough pill to swallow. It's going to be a major hurdle just to get up and productive again.
We've run into situations before where people were like interns and they had access to things and they came back to work on stuff, and sometimes reactivating their accounts like throws a bunch of different errors and things like that we are probably similar to these types of situations.
It's an excellent point. It could be even similar to somebody going away on leave. If you had a maternity leave, paternity leave, this is a very similar type of operation.
Let's take a look at some of these other workflow templates. Let's scroll through, see if anything catches our eye.
Yeah.
Or if there's anything that you want to talk about.
You stop me. You let me know.
Ooh, monitoring email forwarding.
Spicy.
One.
Spicy.
Very
is a
spicy.
good one. This is a good one. So you'll see here.
What end users don't realize a lot of the time is that when you forward your corporate email to your personal email, not only does it put the company in jeopardy, but it also could put you in jeopardy, because if you work for a media company or something like that and you're part of like a legal hold, if you have forwarded stuff to a personal account, well, they might have to look at your personal emails too, and trust me, you don't want that.
No, you do not.
That's my plug.
It's a good plug, and one that we hear quite a bit. So, here you see that the actual incident response to somebody going out and forwarding their email, it's pretty light. You might send an email to yourself or to your team. You might send a wait for approval email to maybe your team to say, hey, should I actually go do something? And then you could actually revert their forwarding settings back. So this is going to at least help take care of any future data loss that you might have whenever this starts. Now, whenever you go to the selecting trigger step, you can actually pick when you want this to happen. So if you know you're specifically looking for a Gmail account, you can actually pick that out, or just use that setting. So some users will just go in and change their actual setting. You can look for that, or you can look for a user that has actually entered in an email with a Gmail address and start to monitor that instead. And with that, we'll build the workflow. Boom, all done.
That was pretty quick.
It's great. Yeah, and I mean, this is a smaller workflow, so imagine how much time people are saving just by doing the offboarding workflow, for example.
Yeah, that's right. The offboarding one, if we brought it in here, we'd be scrolling for days.
Well, no, so that brings up a good point. Let's say I'm not a new BetterCloud person. Let's say I'm me. And I've been using BetterCloud for 7 years, I think. So I've got a lot of workflows, and I've got offboarding workflows already. How do these workflow templates help me?
So let's go into the templated experience and take a look. So let's say you were to actually already have an offboarding workflow set up. Our recommendation is you just come in here to get ideas. You instead use this more to just take a look at all of the possibilities of BetterCloud. So let's say maybe you just recently got a new Slack instance that you added in, and you want to make sure that you're properly using Slack. You can come in here too and start to remove integrations that you might already feel good about. Like, I already know that I'm good on Zoom, I'm good on Salesforce. Let's just narrow it down to the integrations that you want to make sure that you're making full use of. We'll do that for you, and then you can always add them back. So if you did find something that maybe you wanted to take another look at, actually, you know what, 5 Zoom actions? I didn't know you had 5. I think I'm only using 1. Let's get this back.
To be showing up in this template experience?
Excellent question. So right now we've hit kind of a critical mass on our user lifecycle management and some of the others, but we need to keep building out on our security side. We want to make sure that we have a lot more security related templates. So those will be coming soon. And we continue to have new templates coming out almost every month at this point. So like I said, over the last 4 months, we've come up with a total of about 32, and we hope to continue to have new templates just about every month.
People can sign up for product notifications just sent to their email address that should encapsulate any new templates that we're adding.
That's exactly right. We have our monthly release note that comes out, and it has everything that we've released that you can enjoy. So I highly encourage, if you want to keep up with all of the new actions that we come up with almost monthly, we're always continuing to go deeper in the integrations that we already support, all of the new integrations that we end up coming out with, and all of the workflow templates. We send those notifications out to all of our customers monthly to keep up with.
Julia, you can feel free to stop sharing your screen at this point, because I have a very important question for both of you. This has been a very hot topic for as long as Better IT has been a thing, but how do you all feel about pineapple on pizza?
I didn't know if that was going to be it, or if a hot dog is a sandwich.
Oh, we've already had that fight.
Episode.
Hot dogs are not a sandwich. I'm sorry to say. Pineapple on pizza, what are your feelings?
Oh, I usually love savory and sweet together, like hot honey on pizza. That sounds good. Pineapple on pizza, I'm gonna go thumbs down.
It's 2 thumbs up for me.
I love pineapple on pizza. I think it's great. I don't know about all these like pizza purists who are like, you can't put a fruit on there. Like, whatever, tomatoes are fruits too.
And it's not that it's horrible. Like, I would have it. Like, if you were at an event and you looked around and you're starving and there's just pineapple and pizza there, I'll eat it. But I would never. I don't know how it happened. I don't know who thought to put that combination together.
Well, Julia, thank you for joining us today. If you're a BetterCloud customer looking to get inspiration for your workflows, or you're just starting out, templates are an amazing new tool available to you.
So if you're interested in more in-depth sessions around automation and SaaSOps, you should register for Altitude, which is BetterCloud's annual conference. It's going to be virtual. We're going to have a virtually good time. The registration is now open. Make sure to sign up. We'll post the link in the description. And then we'll virtually see you virtually.
Yep. Thank you, and see you next time on the SaaSOps Show.